Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. I know it's been a long time, I think almost a month, maybe over a month. Today's video, I definitely don't look like a supermodel, that's for sure. This is the real me. This is what I look like when I wake up out of bed in the morning, although it's actually nighttime, or I guess when I get into bed. But I'm in my nice comfy robe. I got a nice cup of hot cocoa. This is actually a reusable straw, by the way. I just don't like drinking it right out of the mug. And then I got a couple of Halloween chocolates to help my cup of cocoa go down. So, and happy Halloween to everyone. I hope you had a fantastic time. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Before we get into it, actually, sorry, I want to put not a trigger warning, I just want to put a cautionary warning. Mental illness is going to be discussed, not in too much detail, but it's going to be mentioned, it's going to be discussed, and just the, what you see online isn't necessarily reality, if that makes sense. So I just want to put a cautionary warning there. I'm going to put it on the screen right after I finish speaking now. Just in case for younger viewers, maybe you need a parent's permission, or maybe you need a parent to watch this. Maybe you shouldn't watch it at all. I'm not sure. Anyways, here it is. Okay, so like I said, it's been a while. I'm gonna take a... For those wondering, there is actually hot chocolate in here. I don't actually just carry mugs around. But yeah, so it's been a while since I posted. And there are some reasons why that is. Sorry if I adjusted the angle. Like I said, I'm filming this at night, so I have my top light on, like my actual like ceiling light, and that's not the most attractive thing in the world, so, and I might be looking off that way. It's just because I'm looking at myself, not at the camera. But anyways, so yeah, I haven't been posting, and there are a few reasons why. I'm not going to go into detail, and the reason I'm not going into detail is because I don't want to, and it has nothing to do with you guys, I don't want to overshare too much of my life online. There are some things that are deeply personal, some family, maybe some family dynamics, or like, there are things that, you know, I don't feel is necessary to post online, and some may think, oh, well, you know, you're a YouTuber, you should be posting everything, but that's not the case, you know. I am a real person, I live a real life, there are real things that happen, you know. I wouldn't post my expenses all over online, right? It's something like that. So, there are things that I don't tend to talk about, and there are things that I will not talk about. For example, the milquetoast story. The reason I haven't done his story and why he has the FVR and how he got that is because there's a lot in the story that I don't want out there. There's a lot of things that happened that are very personal, that are very painful. It not just involves me. There are other people involved. There are children involved. And so that would be a story that, you know, I would have to be very careful when I tell you guys that. And I will tell you guys that. I will be working towards making that video. He actually, excuse me, sorry. September 22nd was milquetoast's 1 year rescue date. So I've had him for a full year now. So that was a very good day. It was a very celebratory day for me with him. But my point of that, sorry, ramble, is that when it comes to certain things, I will not cross the line of keeping it between me and my family and putting it online. Anyways, after that ramble getting off course, so at the beginning of October, around Thanksgiving time, kind of there, I think at the beginning of October I posted a couple videos, and right after that, there was some family drama that went on, which I am not going to discuss, and thankfully it resolved. Everyone is okay now, which is wonderful. I'm really happy about that. It was really stressful, and it was a big weight on everyone, so I'm glad that's resolved. There was also, for a while, there's been things brewing for a while. I'm one of those people where I keep things in until I can't possibly keep things in anymore. And for those who don't know, I have suffered with mental illness. And I suffer with specifically depression. And just recently, my depression has not returned because it doesn't ever go away, but I've started having a difficult time. And for me, my depression is very controlling of me. I lash out almost. I have a hard time dealing with it, and was holding everything in. I just kept holding things in. Little things were getting on my nerves. And I had a lot of stress going on. For those of you who remember, I was writing my nursing exam. There was the family thing, Kahlua. I had just gotten Kahlua, so I had to make sure, she's a baby, right? So she's growing. I want to make sure that she's healthy. I just started 2 new jobs. I started working at my job that I get paid at, and then I also started volunteering at the SPCA, which has been amazing work. When I go there and I'm able to help those cats, and I specifically work with the cats, it helps. And it's encouraged me to get more on learning about feral cats, and I'm going to be getting in contact with the Shelburne Feral Cat Rescue, because I want to learn specifically how to rescue, trap, rescue, rehabilitate feral cats if possible. I'm setting up feral cat huts this winter in my backyard. So I had that. So I had 2 new jobs. Kahlua, Milktoes, got sick. His FER flared up. Whenever he gets a flare up, this one was particularly nasty. It was hard to get rid of on my own. I did take him to the vet eventually. Just FER flare-ups are stressful. He doesn't feel well. Luna had an infection. She had to take antibiotics. She had an anal gland infection. I'm fresh out of school, so, money is never, I'm not pouring in it. As most students can tell you, they're not exactly rich after going to school. So it was a lot of stress, and I also am not the healthiest person in the world. I just got diagnosed in August with chronic migraine syndrome. So I've had this disease for a while, but I finally got a diagnosis. So they started me on medication regimen, but my migraines have been getting worse. So that's extremely debilitating. And then I also have my nasal problems, which I get terrible nosebleeds, and I have that bleeding disorder. So I have borderline von Willebrand's, which is a bleeding disorder. My blood doesn't clot properly. So I'm not the healthiest person, and with, when I get a nosebleed, I get really sick. With my anemia, with the bleeding disorder, it all factors in. Then you miss work and you're stressed out because of money, things like that. Like, say that's the situation. That's happened to me before. Hi Luna. That is a really stressful situation, and when you put someone who's suffering from a mental illness, suffering in silence, because I tend to bottle things in. I go, I can help myself. I don't need anyone's help. Because I wasn't going to the doctor, and things got bad. I needed help, and thankfully, I eventually said I needed help. I'm sorry, there's something going on. What is going on? So, it took things getting pretty bad, but yeah, so YouTube definitely got pushed, and I hope that this explanation kind of helps you guys understand why. Sorry, there's I hope you guys can kind of understand why. I know it's not the greatest explanation, and I apologize, and I'm not perfect, and I don't ever want to be, and I'm not proud of, when I make a commitment to something and I can't fulfill it all the way. And that's the thing with YouTube, you get into something and then it's hard to fulfill everything, and then, something comes up and you have to stop for a minute. So, but on the flip side, I could have kept, and it got to a point where I was trying to make videos for you guys, even though I was not mentally in a good place. And that's bad. I don't want to set that example for you guys. So I hope you can see that this was also good, because there's a lot of, I see it, you can go on Instagram and you can look at someone's life and you could be like, oh, I want that. And I've done that, that's a problem for me too. I've done that. I want that life. Like, I want to be Perry Edwards from Little Mix, like, she looks like she's having an awesome time. And then she puts out, like, an Instagram post, like, where she's admitted that she suffers from panic attacks, and, like, that they were just as debilitating as something like my mental illness. And I'm like, so maybe her life isn't as perfect as it seems. So I think being real with you guys is good. And I'm sorry I went radio silent. I didn't want to put anything out before I knew what I wanted to say. Anyways, so I hope this has been a good explanation. I am getting back into my normal filming schedule, so Tuesdays will be vlog style videos, or updates, unboxings type of thing, and then Saturdays will be more art style videos, or renovation, home decor, everything else. And I also wanted to update you guys on Kahlua because there has been some big changes with Kahlua. So, one second, let me get Kahlua. Okay, so here's Kahlua. First of all, holy cow, has she grown. I can't believe it. She's getting so big. Second of all, she is now 21 weeks and 1 day old. Next week? Yeah, next week, she's going to be 5 months. I can't believe it. Or just over 5, but it works out. She's gonna be 5 months old. I can't believe it. Yeah, this is another thing that makes me really sad because I wanted to show you guys the growth of a kitten. And when everything happened, the first thing I remember saying is, you know, they're losing out on watching her grow. And that sucks. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But there's still so much I can teach you. First of all, Kahlua just lost her first baby teeth on Monday. Monday. And the reason I know that for sure, because you don't always know exactly when they lose their first teeth, because she came over to me, she cried out, and then she spit out these teeth. They just opened her mouth and spit them out, and then a bunch of blood came out, and it was really upsetting to her. So I actually got to keep her first 2 baby teeth. I probably will never get another tooth from her. I was worried I was never going to get any from her in the first place. But I was thankful that she was upset about it, to be honest, because I was able to get them for you guys. So yeah, her little mouth is, come here. She's a squirmer. Come here. Yes, you gotta show the camera. So you'll see here. You can see there where the little tooth is coming in. Actually, you can see a few down the side there. So I took her to the vet to get her final shots and everything. I'm gonna let her go. So I know her mouth, her teeth are all coming in good, which is another relief because I was worried about that for her. But yeah, I think I've covered everything in this video. I don't want it to go on too long, which it probably has. But yeah, so now you guys know why I've been away. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope this gave you guys some answers. I hope you guys can stick with me on my channel. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about mental illness, but it's a personal struggle for me. It's something that I haven't conquered yet, and it's something that, you know, I haven't figured out myself. So, is this cold? Oh my god, that's cold. Okay, that means I've been talking way too long. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. And Milk Toast and Luna love you. Peace, hugs, and hippie love.